Right now, we want to bring in Fox 5 political analyst Carl Luna. And Carl, thank you for joining us. As always, you will be here all throughout the evening, so it will be a long night as it always is.
Hunkering down, yep.
Yep, that's right. Well, several states have already closed their polls. We know that the AP called Kentucky for Trump and Vermont for Biden. So, although these are just two states, does that actually indicate exactly how tight this race is going to be?
No, those are pretty much the way you're expecting things to go, Maria. It's not until you start getting a lot of good results in from Florida, the Pennsylvanias, that you get a sense. But even then, this is going to go through the night, probably into tomorrow. Anybody who hasn't voted should vote, because if this is a contested election, you're going to be looking at the numbers you've got. So both candidates at the national level want as many votes as they can get for their legitimacy.
Your vote counts. It absolutely does.
That's absolutely the case. Do not stay home. Get out and vote. You got till 8 o'clock.
Well, you mentioned battleground states. You mentioned Florida specifically. You know, these states can go either red or blue. Does Trump have to win Florida in order to win?
Yeah, if Trump doesn't win Florida, it's much harder for him to win. He has to really score big in the upper Great Lakes and Pennsylvania, North Carolina. It's a much narrower path to victory. If Joe Biden wins Florida, or loses Florida, he can still win. But it's easier for Joe Biden to win without Florida than for Donald Trump.
Well, you obviously have seen some issues with voting, despite the fact that there are record numbers of voters turning in their ballots early through the mail-in system. Obviously, delays in certain states. Is that going to affect anything for us or results coming in?
Well, it really shouldn't. I mean, people like to know the results quickly. We're in the immediate gratification age, but delays like this always happen. You've got 330 million people, 160 million ballots are going to be cast, a lot by mail. There are going to be a few snafus. Republicans just asked to extend time in Nevada for the polls because of problems. North Carolina, don't let any of this bother you. It's just to be the question of when the results come in over the next 48 hours.
Obviously, this has been an unprecedented year, and this is a historic election in many sense of the words. We were doing it in the middle of a pandemic, record numbers of mail-in votes. How is mail-in voting impacting the results, I guess, that we're seeing so far? I mean, we've obviously seen record numbers of ballots come in.
Yeah, we're not really sure. That's what makes this election so interesting and so difficult to predict, because historically mail-in balloting favored older people, Republicans. They'd get the advantage with it. But now you have so many people voting. For the last few rounds of elections, mail-in ballots haven't had it really broken one way or the other between the parties. But when you're getting 60, 70, 80% coming in by mail, you're just not quite sure. The expectation was a lot of Democrats would vote by mail or vote late by mail, and those would be counted tonight and after the election. It may well be that you're going to see a tidal wave of Democratic votes that come in today, and then it'll be Republicans who turned out today, their votes that will bring the president back into the game. Nobody knows exactly how it will go with such unprecedented turnout. So tune in through the night and tomorrow to find out.
When do we expect, really? I mean, a lot of people have asked me, do we expect to hear, results, or at least see an actual winner emerge from today's election? I think that's something that I think with what you were saying, we just may not.
Yeah, for a lot of elections, remember, it's more than just the president. There's a lot of other elections out there. You're pretty much know. There are safe seats that are going to be out there. Some of the ballot propositions, you'll get a really good idea tonight and figure those out. Presidential and really close Senate races, those may drift on for the next couple of days. And those are the big ticket, because it's the presidency, control the Senate and the federal government. But there's a lot of other stuff to pay attention to locally, supervisors, city council, and a bunch of those races will be decided probably within the next 24 hours at most.
And we could see a major shift in the Senate too as well.
Yeah, the Democrats have to flip 4, or if they get lucky and win the presidency and VP, only 3. Republicans have a lot more seats that they have to defend. Like 9, 10 seats are up for potential grabs. And if that's the case, this could be a major advantage for the Democrats. They could win control of the Senate, and even if Donald Trump wins, his ability to function in the second term will be limited. But if Joe Biden wins, he has a much better chance to get an agenda through.
Well, Carl Luna, we're happy to have you here in person instead of on Zoom, even though it's a socially distant way of doing it. But we're very happy to have you.
And this is democracy's finest hour, so go out and vote, everybody.
Go out and vote. All right. Thank you, Carl, so much.